I have been wanting to do this for literally the longest time, and I'm so excited that I'm actually sitting down and getting to film this video. I'm Genesis, and although you might be a stranger, I'm going to share some of my deepest thoughts with you. I want to get to know you, and by sharing my story, I hope that you allow me to get to know you too. Before I share with you my deepest, darkest secrets, I want you to like and subscribe, okay? At one point in my life, being underprivileged was a huge part of my identity. Now, what does that mean? Being underprivileged is a nice way of saying that you're not enjoying the same standard of living as the majority of society. It meant that my family income was extremely low. We lived off food stamps and a lot of donations, honestly. We lived in unfavorable neighborhoods where literal gangs filled the streets, and getting good grades was the last thing on anyone's mind. All right, so how bad was it really? I remember dreading asking my mom for $25 for a field trip fee. From elementary school to high school, I couldn't help but feel embarrassed. No matter where we lived, it was always the basement of someone's house or a tiny one-bedroom apartment. If we ever had anything bigger, it was typically because we also had a roommate helping us pay for the rent. So with these living situations, it was not ideal to really invite anyone over. So I didn't. It was so obvious to me that we were part of a lower class society, and it was a society I didn't want to be part of. I remember at 12 years old, I had a dream of graduating high school, being a first-generation college student, and getting a job at one of the biggest tech companies. Even though these desires seemed so distant, I decided early on that I was not going to allow the lack of money to stop me from accomplishing my dreams. Although my mom couldn't help me with my homework to get good grades, I leveraged my teachers and school counselors. I am so happy and humbled to say that every single one of those dreams came true. Being poor was hard, but sometimes having an atypical family makeup was even harder. It was so difficult when my friends would ask me, what does your dad do for work? Or just simply ask me more information about him. What was I supposed to say? It felt so awkward to say things like, he isn't really part of our lives. But honestly, no matter what my response was, that conversation still remains difficult. Although I was poor and often felt that I didn't have the support I needed, I relied on hope and gratitude to fuel me for what I wanted to become. So now what? Why should you even care? I want to dedicate my life to helping you believe. Your circumstances do not define you. You are undefined, and who you want to be in the future starts with how much you believe in yourself today. Like me, one day you'll be grateful for the circumstances that you once despised. Like and subscribe to follow me on this journey to helping you believe. Big hug.